Hello, DGens. Welcome to Degenerate Takes NFL Overreactions. I'm the Brofect1 and AJ. That is the man with the numbers, sports whisperer, college basketball guru. Daddy, hail king of the links, Mr. Noah Engelbrecht Noah. Not only was it a crazy weekend in the NFL, but I mean, it was a crazy Monday. And it's looking to be, kind of like the season's been, so just freaking insane.
Yeah, it's been weird. It's been a year full of parody. There's, honestly, there's like nothing for certain this year so far, and it's still there's so much more up in the air still with this NFL season than there should be, which is scary. Like, it's scary to think about the fact that like the Rams or the Bucks could still make the playoffs. The Packers technically still could, but I'm low on faith now. There's just some weird shit. There's a lot of surprise good teams, a lot of surprise bad teams. I keep waiting for maybe things to change. Some of these teams that I think are fake good to start losing. It's not happening. Some of these teams I think are better than their record says, and they just continue to look flat. Yeah, this is the weirdest year I can remember in my entire lifetime, and we're only halfway through it.
And I mean, it got weirder today, and I think this is what we'll open with today, Noah. A move that I think we all kind of saw coming. Like, we knew this was hot. We didn't know how hot it was. But Frank Reich being told there's the door, have a nice day, by Jim Irsay and Chris Ballard of the Indianapolis Colts. They have named a new interim head coach. That being, of course, the very seasoned, experienced in coaching, Jeff Saturday. He's a 6 or 8 time Pro Bowler, right? 6-time Pro Bowler for the Colts.
Six-time.
Hell of an offensive lineman. I mean, hey, that's been the Colts' issue, the O-line. And so, you might as well get someone who knows what they're talking about.
Whoa. That's been one of their issues.
One of the many issues. No, absolutely.
Not the issue, AJ. There are multiple issues with this team.
No, absolutely. But if you think about it from a run, what they're good at. They're good at running the ball. They had 99 until they got rid of him for some reason. I think Chris Ballard's seat is starting to get a little warm as well. But you also got Jonathan Taylor, who hasn't been producing, and that's partially on
he's
the
been
line.
injured.
I understand he's been injured, but even when he was playing, he wasn't getting the yards that he was getting because the O-line couldn't create a goddamn hole for him. And so,
here's a crazy thought, AJ.
What?
Maybe get an actual quarterback instead of bringing in washed-up veteran quarterbacks.
I heard an interesting thought. I think I was listening to the Rich Eisen show on how this is the third time that the Colts have done this since Andrew Luck retired. They've tried to do what Tampa did with Tom Brady, bring in a vet and do all of this, and it hasn't worked. I think it can work. I mean, you got a Baker in there. Lamar might be a free agent next season. I like this Colts team still minus the quarterback position. But then you got to deal. Matt Ryan is guaranteed a shit ton of money next year.
He's making like $45 million.
I mean, they could pull a Bears, but not bad enough now to get a good draft pick. It's a shitty situation for the Colts. They dropped a big one this weekend to the Patriots. Only scored 3 points.
Yeah, the Titans are still going to run away with this division. Titans actually looking strong against the Chiefs last night, almost pulling out the win, just not quite enough. Chiefs with the heroic late comeback. But the Titans looked better for 90% of that game.
Oh, yeah, and that Chiefs team is back to winning games and not covering.
Oh, well, it's a good Chiefs team, too. Like, let's not forget that. I think it just proves that the Titans are a legit team, and no other team in their division is worth a damn. So
this is the Titans' division to lose at this point.
I'm loving my future bet earlier this season, where I got the Titans at minus 115 to win the division. That's looking super juicy right now.
Oh, that's solid, Noah. That's solid. But I mean, final thoughts on the Colts, though, because I kind of like Jeff Saturday. No, they're terrible. I'm not talking about that. But I mean, the Jeff Saturday move, I think it's I am optimistic about it.
It's a move.
Optimistic that he's going to win games. I'm not saying
it's a move for the fans.
Yeah, it's a
move for the
fans. It's a players. It's got to be a players move. Too, because they've had some uncertainty at quarterback position. Why are we sitting Matt Ryan, who apparently everyone loves, and they were upset that he was benched? No disrespect to Sam Elring, but I mean,
where's Nick Foles? Where's Nick Foles?
That was my thing. Like Frank Reich, you had to know that you were on the hot seat. Why didn't you go to the man who won you a Super Bowl and big dick Nick Foles and whip him out? No, he decided to sit him on the bench, and Sam Elring was apparently the call. God. Poor guy.
Yeah. On the flip side of that, like, the Patriots have had some ugly weeks, but more often than not, they look like a good football program.
And it's typical Belichick. They're rough in the beginning of the year. They keep winning games somehow, and then they start to figure it out in November, December football. And, they're going to end up, they're probably going to get a wild card.
I'd think so. I think they finish a game or two over 500, take either the 6th or 7th playoff seed in the AFC.
Yeah, 100%. Patriots are looking solid. New England fans, don't worry. You're still going to make it to the playoffs somehow.
Probably get blown out again by the Bills in the first round, but that's okay.
Hey, you're going to get blown out by the Bills, or you're going to get blown out by the Jets. Jets. Jets are winning the Super Bowl. They beat the Bills, and it was an honest to God great game. All around great game. 17-20. Jets walk away with it. What can I say about the Jets that I haven't said already? They actually look competitive against this
That defense is tough.
That defense is tough. Is so good. They were putting the pressure on Josh Allen. All of the hype. And I mean, every single ounce of the hype on Sauce Gardner is so real, it's not even funny. That man is more lockdown than lockdown is lockdown. He locks people down harder than COVID-19 did, brother. Like Sauce Gardner, he's got the stuff. He is the man. Give me the sauce all day long. I am lost in the sauce. The Jets are winning the Super Bowl. You heard it here. It's happening. Give me the Jets all day long. Love this win here. Big win for the Jets. Statement win for the Jets. And they're going to keep rolling. They're going to keep rolling.
Hey, and guess who's got a 5-1 record as a starter now?
I'm sorry. Would that be who?
Just the rookie quarterback last year that everybody wrote off and said completely sucks, and it was all his fault. One by the name of Zach Wilson.
Zach Hunter Wilson. I mean, the guy is good. He is good at throwing the football and getting into receivers' hands and moving down the field. He played against that. He read that Bills defense so well. Made throws he had to. You really can't ask for a better performance from your second-year quarterback.
Yeah, and nothing flashy or super impressive from Zach Wilson, but he's been taking care of the ball a lot better, which, with the way that defense has been playing, has been big, and it's been enough to win games. He's not doing anything crazy, but he's doing enough to win.
Yeah, that's all you need. All you got to do is win games. You got to win football games. Doesn't matter how, you just got to win them. Just got to win. There were a lot of ugly games, Noah. I mean, the early slate saw some ugly stuff with the Chargers, Falcons, Dolphins, Bears. I mean, hey, shout out to the Chargers for coming away with a victory. Shout out to
not a pretty one.
For continuing to cover. And I think that Chargers team is going to continue to be ugly. I don't think they're going to. I think they're going to continue to win games, but it's not going to be the prettiest football you've ever seen.
Well, the Falcons gifted that game to the Chargers at the end.
Absolutely.
Terrible. Just, I've seen this movie 1,000 too many times. Type of feeling if you're a Falcons fan.
Yeah. And how much longer do you think those Falcons fans are going to have to deal with that?
I wouldn't be surprised if they start like signing a petition to make NFL games only 3 quarters instead of 4.
Just get rid of that fourth quarter. We don't need it. Or just make the third quarter really long.
Just cut the game off. Whoever's winning with 10 minutes left in the fourth quarter wins the game, and the Falcons are happy.
The Falcons are happy campers. Oh man, that's going to be a rough curse to break. Almost as rough as the Lions curse, but hey, I mean, the Lions somehow. Another ugly game. And Noah, I think it's time, and I'm glad that you can join me for this. But the Green Bay Packers are dead this season.
Yeah, this might be the dagger.
Yeah, you lost to the Lions.
Yeah, tough one too, because Packers turning the ball over 3 times, either in the red zone or just outside of it. Some ugly interceptions from Aaron Rodgers, who seems to be underthrowing just about everybody. God, yeah. So I saw the Packers ran like 5 or 6 plays from inside of Detroit's 10-yard line. Didn't hand the ball off to Aaron Jones once.
God.
Aaron Rodgers threw 2 picks in those 5 plays from the two of them from like the 1-yard line. It's time people fully start talking about the fact that Aaron Rodgers is the biggest problem with this team right now. And everybody wants to point fingers at the receiver room, which, yeah, that sucks. It is a problem. But the biggest problem for this team has been Aaron Rodgers.
Yes. I'll get in that hole with you. I'll come in your hole with you there. Because
until he admits it, nothing's going to turn around. He has to look himself in the fucking mirror and admit that he's the problem.
Yeah, absolutely. And we want to talk about elite quarterbacks. When I think of elite quarterbacks, I think quarterbacks who make receivers better. It doesn't matter if they're rookies. It doesn't matter if they're veterans who are washed out. A good quarterback can make any receiver better and can make them look good and use their talents. And Aaron Rodgers has not been able to get that done this season whatsoever. I mean, I get it. You lost number one in Devontae Adams. You still got Lazard. You still have a solid running back room. I also kind of question the play calling too. And it's not just Matt LaFleur. It's a lot of these head coaches nowadays. They get into the red zone. They get within 5 yards. And the teams that are doing good run the ball within those 5 yards. And the teams that have good running backs, that have a good run game, run the ball. And so I don't know why we're...
You also have to wonder, though, because like the Packers, the way it's set up is Aaron Rodgers essentially on, like, it's written out that every single play he has the authority to call an audible if he wants. So it's like, I'd love to know what percentage of plays Aaron Rodgers is calling audibles from, and how much of this is LaFleur's play calling versus Rodgers running whatever the fuck he wants to.
And you can't blame LaFleur there. If you got a quarterback like Rodgers, you kind of give him the reins a little bit. Like, yeah, but if you see something at the line, call it. But you got to be able to make those passes and the turnovers in the red zone. I mean, I would love to just... I wish I could go back to the days of just shitting on your special teams, but... It's become a lot worse than that. I'm sorry. But I really don't have a leg to stand on because the Arizona Cardinals continue to be the most disappointing team in the NFL to date. I don't even have an excuse. I can't even tell you what is wrong. All I can tell you is that this Cardinals team is bad at football. And I wish I had an answer, but I don't. They are bad at football, and they're done too. They're done. Welcome to the Cardinals are officially done as well.
Cardinals are just allergic to winning.
Extremely allergic. Ever since D-Hop got hurt the first time last season, and then that awful playoff game, and now we just continue to beat the Cardinals. Be an Arizona sports team. What do you want me to say? What do you want me to say?
Yeah.
It's sad.
I don't know. I mean, that's like all I can chalk it up to with the Cardinals is they're just allergic to winning.
Now
they just don't want to win.
Now out of these three teams, who do you think is more disappointing? The Packers, the Cardinals, or the Raiders?
That's a really tough question. I probably lean Packers by a slight margin over the Raiders, and I'm putting the Cardinals third for sure on that. Because, like, you had some hype with Cardinals fans, but I had them pegged as about a 500 team. They're a little worse than I thought they would be. The Raiders, on the other hand, you had so much optimism and hope going into the season, a lot of excitement that they were going to be good this year, and they look like dog shit. 3 leads of 17 or more blown this season, 2-6 record, not looking good, stumbling to a 2-6 record. Yeah, it's not looking good for the Raiders. There's not a lot that they're doing right. I don't know. They're done. It's a train wreck.
They're beyond done. They're beyond done. Them and the Jags. I mean, the Jags coming out with a win in that game, obviously. 27-10. But the Jags are done too. They're just trying to figure it out as a team. And I mean, they're still going to go through growing pains. I'm excited to see what happens to them next season. But I think this Jags team is just going to keep stumbling and keep trying to find their way until they get pieces around. They got another, 2-3 years while Lawrence is under a rookie deal?
Yeah, should have at least another 2 after this one. Yeah, I don't know. Jaguars are going to stumble their way into like a 6-11 record.
And that's not bad. They're over on the season total, so shout out there. All right, I guess we can throw. We should talk about this team too. We were talking about disappointing teams. Both of these teams shit. Rams, Buccaneers. I mean, Buccaneers. Tom Brady undefeated when he is divorced. Shout out to him for getting the win. This game was so bad to watch. I mean,
neither team looked good. Neither team looked good.
And our choice this afternoon was you can either watch the Cardinals get whopped by the Seahawks, or you can watch Tom Brady and Matt Stafford stumble through a football game. And that's exactly what we got. And that made me mad. Like, that was just bad football all around. From two teams that have won the Super Bowl in the last 3 years. Just bad. I get you have bad days in the office, but for everyone on both teams to have a bad day in the office was disgusting.
Is the Loser Bowl, which, already happened with the Packers and Buccaneers earlier this season. We just didn't know that was the Loser Bowl at the time. This one, we kind of had a feeling going in, and let me tell you, this game delivered. This game sucked. This game sucked. Yeah. It was not fun to watch. Tom Brady and the Bucs are not good. They got the win. The Rams look in disarray somehow. The sad thing is I feel like one of these two teams is somehow still going to end up making the playoffs just because whatever's happened in the NFC. But
it's going to be rough. It's going to be rough. Also,
Tampa now in first place in the NFC South at a 4-5 record because they hold a tiebreaker over the 4-5 Atlanta Falcons.
Football is insane this year. Football is insane this year. I do want to shout out the Broncos. We got to go a whole week without seeing them on a field, so shout out to that. But it looks like
the Steelers
made up for it. Huh?
I said, or the Steelers. We didn't have to watch the Broncos or the Steelers this week.
No. The Giants remain a good football team. The Cowboys do as well. And we already talked about it a little bit, but let's get into a little more Titans Chiefs in overtime. I mean, Tractor Cito is in full function. I mean, 17 carries, 115 yards, and then add 2 tutties to that. You have a fantasy owner's wet dream mixed with a guy who just win you football games and run everybody over. The Chiefs coming away with the win here. They're still a good football team, but they're back in Chiefs mode where they're going to win games. They're not going to cover anymore. Shout out to the Titans, though. They're going to make a hell of a playoff run this year.
Okay, but you can't put that on the Chiefs because this game should have never been a 2-touchdown spread. That was absolutely fucking utterly disrespectful to the Titans.
I won't put it on them, but as long as the sportsbooks do put out lines like that, then they don't cover. It's going to continue to be a trend. So it's just something we got to keep in mind.
True, and if they keep putting out lines like this, God, I tell you, AJ, I went cartoon eyes popping out of my head when I saw this line because I was like, holy shit. You're giving me a 5-2 Titans team as a 14-point dog against Kansas City. And I get it. Kansas City's good. And I'm like, okay, Kansas City probably wins this game. But don't count out the Titans. If they play their game, they can beat anybody. And the Titans showed that. And they almost won this game. Probably should have won this game. Chiefs with the late comeback to force overtime with the touchdown and 2-point conversion, ultimately winning it in overtime. But yeah, the Titans are a good football team. They're not a great football team, but they're a good football team.
They are a good football team. They're a good football team. And hey, sometimes
they're solid. They're solid.
One of our teams, but we can't. Our teams
Titans are good enough to just ride Derrick Henry into the, probably the 2 or the 3 seed in the playoffs in the AFC.
Hey, dude, if you can, you might as well if you have the resources. But no, I mean, that's everything really from this week. Do you have anything else to say about NFL Week 9 before we wrap it up?
Hey, take the fucking Bears in the over. Or not, don't take the Bears and the over, but take the Bears overs. Because apparently the Bears have figured out their offense and their defense remains god-awful. So, yeah, I'm liking Bears overs.
They look like a college team.
They look like a Big 12 team.
Yeah, Big 12 football. Hey, shout out Ohio State. But yeah, I mean, crazy week in the NFL. We'll be looking forward to more of that. We will be handicapping the entire Week 10 slate. Thursday this week. Look for that video to drop Friday morning. And yeah, like, share, subscribe to the channel, and check out merch and everything like that. Our socials in the link tree down below. With that being said, I've been the Brofect1 and Money Train. That's the Money Train. See you next time on Degenerate Takes.